Hey guys, it's Lee. I'm back down here in Uwharrie right now doing some Bigfoot research. The reason I'm down here today is I wanted to share with you something that took place about 2.5 weeks ago. Right now, I'm at Low Water Bridge. I'll let you see it a little bit. This is where I'm at right now, guys. The encounter took place right over there. Right there where I'm pointing at, guys. You see that sandbar? Well, that little bit of the sandbar right there. Okay. The gentleman that I spoke to said that he was down here about 2.5 weeks ago, right? He was down here with his dog. He said they were over there, and he said it was around probably 8:30 at night. He said that his dog, for some reason, started looking over this way and it started growling. He said, well, you know, he didn't really give it a whole lot of thought. He said he thought maybe somebody was out here just walking around or something. He said then his dog started barking real loud, okay? He said that when he turned around, right there at that sandbar, he said there was a bipedal looking creature squatted down and it was messing in the water, okay? Now, I asked him, I said, was it like slapping the water or what was it doing? He said, no. He said, truthfully, it looked just like it basically like it almost had its hands in the water, like it was washing its hands. I said, really? He said, yep. He said, exactly what it looked like. I said, well, how big did it look? He said, well, he said when he first saw it, again, right there is where it took place. He said it was like squatted down. It looked like it had both its hands in the water, like it was washing its hands together, okay? He said his dog was standing right there beside him, just, you know, going crazy. And he said, but the creature never even looked at him, never even turned to look at him or the dog. He just kept looking at the water. He said, then all of a sudden, he said it kind of like stood up real slow. He said, and it turned. He said it turned and it went back off, up in that direction, off into the woods, okay? Now, I asked him, I said, did you go near it? He said, no, sir. He said, I sure did not. He said, because one, I did not have a weapon on me. He said, I was just out here walking around with my dog. He said, there was no way I was about to walk over there and see what that thing was or even try to go near it. He said that it was kind of like a blackish, brownish tint. But like I said, it's between 8 and 8:30 at night. So, you know, the sun's gone down pretty good. It's not dark, but you can still see it, right? He says like a blackish brown tint. He said it looked like it might have been maybe 7 foot. He said it wasn't real tall. He said, but it wasn't real big either. It was kind of like lanky looking. He said, but he knows what he saw. He said it had like a big head, which literally had no shoulders. He said the head looked like it was just sitting down on the shoulders like a gorilla's. He said the fur wasn't real long, but it wasn't real short either. It was kind of in between, almost kind of, he said it was kind of shaggy looking the way he described it, okay? Trying to think. Also, he said that when it walked, okay, when it went up, it took off that way, and he said he could see it walking, going off into the woods, okay? He said it never turned and looked at him, not one time. He said even when the dog was raising Cain and just going crazy, he said this thing never turned and looked at me at all. So that happened about 2.5 weeks ago, okay, which I think is really, really cool. I've heard of other reports down here at Low Water Bridge, but I've never actually talked to anybody about that. So he said that he was contacted by somebody else when he was sharing his story to contact me, so I appreciate that. So, but again, this is Low Water Bridge. I'm out here doing some research today, researching the area, and right over there, guys. Right over there where that bank is, that's where the encounter took place. The creature had its hands in the water like it was washing its hands. Didn't pay no attention to the guy, him or his dog, either one. It stood up, walked, went to the right, went off in the woods. And I asked him, I said, how long did this last? He said, well, he said, truthfully, he said, it felt like it lasted 20 or 30 minutes, he said, but it didn't last that long. He said it was only there for maybe 3 or 4 minutes at the most. And he said that he was standing basically right on the other side to where that guy is, right over there where the walkway at. That's where he saw it at. And he said he never came over here. He never approached it. He said if I'd have had a gun on me, maybe. He said, but since I didn't, I wasn't. And he said, truthfully, even if I had a gun on me, he said, I don't even think I'd have went over there. But that's what happened, guys. That's what happened. So, but again, low water bridge, about 2.5 weeks ago, that's when this encounter took place, and I think it's really cool. I really do. And the fact that somebody's contacting me about it, that's really cool. But again, guys, one more thing before I go. We will be at the Bigfoot conference, annual conference in Tennessee on May the 7th. We will be there with our setup with Woods Walker Coffee, and I will also have the brand new track that we found that's got the big curve in the foot, okay? It's really cool. When you see it in person, trust me, it's really, really cool. But again, May the 7th, we will be there, Woods Walker Coffee set up, and I'll show you the track in person. So if you want to come out and meet us, that's fine. Me and Tasha will be there. If you want to come out and see the track, you want to come out and get you some good old coffee, good local coffee that we have created ourselves, you'll love it, guys. But with that being said, right here, here's where that incident took place, right there, 2.5 weeks ago. Really cool, guys. But with that being said, I hope you guys are doing good. Appreciate all my followers. Thanks for staying with me. And just keep it squatchy, guys. Talk to you later.